Hey church family, as we approach Christmas in just a few days, I'd love to talk about something that's so important in the life of a believer. In Hebrews chapter 8, verses 4 through 10, we see that the Old Testament priests served as a copy or a shadow of the things that were to come, or the heavenly things that we cannot see. We also see that Jesus had obtained a ministry that was far greater as he mediates a better covenant because it was enacted on greater promises. If you read, the writer continues to talk about how if the first covenant had been faultless, there would be no need to look for a second. But God has found fault in us in our sin. How we have separated ourselves from God. We have sinned against a holy God. And so we need a better covenant. But my friends, the good news is that he has given us a better covenant. He writes about this in verse 10. He quotes Jeremiah chapter 31, and he says this, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my laws into their minds and write them on their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people." And so we see two things here. We see that God has made what was once a shadow or a copy, a reality to us. He has written it on our minds. He has put it on our hearts. And then the second thing is that he has made it personal to us. He has made this reality close to us by writing it on our minds and our hearts, that we might have the Spirit of God to help us walk in righteousness, that he has clothed us in his own righteousness, what we couldn't do. This is why we needed a better covenant. So there's two responses this morning that I think are good for us to do. Is one, to give thanks to God for the salvation that he has brought near to us, salvation and righteousness that we couldn't do in ourselves. And then number two is to sing for joy, because this, my friends, is something worth singing about, because God has come down from his throne and become our great high priest. That the Old Testament priest could not do, Jesus did himself for us, so that he might save us and redeem us and buy us with a price, which is his blood. And not only did he stay on the cross, he resurrected to give us life and give us spirit, that we might put to death the flesh and be made alive in the spirit. And that, my friends, is something worth singing about.